Welcome back to the R.D.C. show. Richard,
Derek,
Chris.
This is a special. We're filming this tonight on the night of the election, which I think Romney will win. And these guys think Obama will win. We will find out tomorrow, I guess, or in a month, maybe.
Yeah, whenever that happens.
Could be a long time, that's for sure.
Hopefully, everyone had a good, safe voting trip. Didn't have no Black Panthers trying to beat you down, or no Ku Klux Klan members trying to brainwash you, or what do they call the people that go to the Mormon church? Mormonites? No, Mormonites trying to brainwash, whatever. You hear these crazy stories from all over the country.
Yeah.
I personally had no problem voting.
I had no problem.
I was in and out in 5 minutes. I did see one guy on YouTube showing that he pushed the button for Obama and it kept selecting Romney over and over and over again. So I don't know if that's really voter fraud going out there. It's just funny that the machines are supposedly made by Bain Capital, a company that Bain Capital owns, and they're spread through Pennsylvania and Ohio. And why the hell did Michigan get them? We weren't good enough to get the machines to cheat. I'm tired of that paper shit where you
we're not. They don't consider us a swing state, though. So.
But hopefully there's no voter fraud. Hopefully this thing is over and done quick. I doubt it.
Yeah.
But let's see what these guys. What about your voting experience?
Mine was only about 25 minutes, but it wasn't much of an experience to me. It was just going to vote. This is my second time voting.
I can tell you one quick thing. I noticed. I don't know if you pay attention to the counter on yours, but my counter, mine was the 609th ballot.
Mine was like 316.
Oh damn! So you were there early today.
Yeah, I went there. Like
you went to the same place I did, right?
Yeah,
still.
Beverly East.
Oh shit! You got in there while you was working.
Yeah. Well, I went on lunch hour. I went on my lunch hour.
I wish I could have, but we were so damn busy. I didn't have time to even breathe.
I'm using my lunch hour.
My polling place, man, it was blue collar all the way there because I got to my polling place at about. It was 6 o'clock when I looked up at the clock and was in the end of the line. It was 6 o'clock.
Wow.
And it took an hour and 20 minutes to get from the end of that line to the ballot box. And it only took me about 2 minutes to vote because I knew exactly how I was going to vote. Yeah. I will say this. I've never been happier to stand in a line that long for that long. Because normally the turnout in my precinct, the last time that I voted on just a citywide election, I was number 89.
That's not a lot.
In the last big city-wide election, which was August, and the primary, that wasn't the primary, but I was like 200 and something. Tonight, I was number 749.
See, I expected to wait an hour and a half. Last 4 years ago, when Obama won, and I went to that precinct, I waited for about an hour and a half to get through there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, 2004?
I had to go after work again. When I got there, it was packed. But I will tell you this. When I was walking out of there tonight, there was probably 30 people walking in. So, after work crowd.
2004 seemed like it was a longer wait, a much longer wait, a much more hectic scene at the polls. And then 2008. 2008 went relatively quick, actually. It was... You were going through line pretty easily. Tonight, it seemed... I don't know, it was kind of odd. We had fewer of the ballot boxes to vote in than I've ever seen in the presidency.
Why does Michigan not get the good stuff? Every other
I'm
state,
happy. I don't want a computerized voting.
I'm not saying we gotta have computerized, but let's have some fucking class, man. I'm sitting up a cardboard box separating me and the next person at a table.
Well, that was your thing. I had a metal suitcase.
The cardboard box isn't even covered off. Yeah, I'm filling out my ballot, and I look over, and I can see everything this lady is marking down. And I'm like, she can see everything I am. There's people walking around me looking down at my thing while I'm doing it. They're just looking for a place to sit. But I was like, man, this is cheap. Man, we should have had
a cardboard box.
Yeah, it was. You seen it
on an old ass school desk.
Yeah. It was an old school desk, and they put these cardboard boxes and pushed them all together.
In my opinion,
and you're sitting there like, I'm not kidding you, dude. The box went, here's my ballot.
This was,
Here's the box. It came around like this and stopped right there.
It was like,
so you might not see the top thing, but you see everything else I was doing. And she was sitting closer to me than Derek is.
Right next to you.
It was like right there. Oh my God, I can see everything you're marking on your ballot.
Yeah.
It was like, come on, man, give us some.
You know what was weird? Sitting in line or standing in line.
We're better than that, Michigan.
Yeah,
Standing in line with a whole bunch of people who are revved up about the election, and you can't say a fucking word to them about it.
Yeah.
You can't talk about it.
No.
That just drives me crazy. And why the fuck can't you take a picture of your ballot when you vote? What the? Is there something tops? What the hell? Is Al Qaeda gonna get it? What is the problem? You know, that's stupid. Why can't you take a picture of your own ballot? Get the fuck out of here.
Tweet it.
What they don't want is people to see what the actual ballot language is because it changes from the sample right to the ballot.
Yeah. When it goes into the counter.
You know, as far as
do you trust those machines?
I don't trust
the
that.
shredders?
Trust that thing?
Yeah.
That's what I'd say. Then they
I
call
tell
it a
that to
number.
the poll guy every time, and he's always looking at me, and he never laughs about it.
Right.
But I say, do I feed it in the shredder
is a
now? That's what
shredder.
I say to him every single time I vote, and I vote all the time.
Yeah.
It just shreds it up and they pick a number. Let's pick out of the hat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he wins by this. Oh, he wins by that.
So
You know, I kind of believe that might happen in Lansing because for some godforsaken reason, in one of the most economically depressed parts of the country, we pay the highest in gasoline bills and other stuff like, you know, for gas and everything right here in this area in Lansing. Why the hell do the citizens of Lansing consistently and time again pass millages over and over again?
Right.
And it's by this huge margin. It doesn't make sense.
Christopher, why do the people in Lansing, a lot of them, were against Proposal 3 for reusable energy?
Yeah.
Why do they believe the people that are giving you a higher bill every winter, Board of Water and Light, consumers, they already said our rates are going to jump up this winter.
Oh, I promise
Who's behind all the negative
As
ads
soon as the
it
power
was
station,
consumers
the-
and Board of Water and Light.
as soon as the natural gas power station comes online for BWL, you better bet your ass. Even if you don't live in the city of Lansing and you don't get Border Water and Light, you get consumers. And guess what? The demand went up.
Oh, yeah.
What's that mean in a free market? Means the price
Shit.
goes up.
Then why don't we just give them motherfuckers the right to build that bridge then? Should have just voted no on that shit.
Oh, you want it to go because you want to be
No.
at the choice. You just want to let politicians do whatever they want.
We did
Just
not
let 'em
vote.
do
We
it.
did not. We did not vote
Oh, shit.
for the bridge.
Derek
Yes or no?
is a little
we
bit
voted for the
vocal.
chance.
Derek's a little socialist today.
Yeah, they get
He wants to
crazy.
let the government do whatever they want. Oh, they
Oh,
communists. I forget.
Well, you're gonna let that Manny dude get all the money with the Ambassador Bridge, man. Let him make another bridge. Somebody else can get some
now
money
we
of that.
choose though. If you choose that way, now you can vote.
Yeah.
And if it's
I
voted
know.
in, we'll build it.
I know.
Before-
I was trying to refuse some, but it didn't work.
No, you did. You made a
I
good
know.
point. But before,
Oh,
if
shit.
it wasn't passed, then Schneider could just say, "Now we
Well,
need
yeah.
that bridge, but we need another one to go to Wisconsin. We need
right?
another one over here."
Right in the middle of Lake Michigan.
I got four
Chop in
buddies.
half.
I
I
got
don't know
four
about all
buddies.
that.
I got four buddies who all have iron companies. What kind of shit can we build?
Yeah.
That's the problem if you voted no there.
Yeah,
you give
yeah.
them the power to do whatever they want.
Well, no, yeah. Well, at least give us a say so. We can still vote yes on it or vote no.
Well, right.
on it,
Now
or
we have a
whatever.
choice.
The people, yeah.
Just
If the
like
people do, right?
Just like they
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about casinos, I think casinos should have passed years ago. It should be a voting right. We should say whether we want one built in Lansing or not. Not just some business guy or some Indian tribe buying a hunk of land and going, "We claim that as Indian territory. Let's put up a casino."
No,
Like,
see,
no, you guys got to put up some teepees and shit for like 10 years first.
you gotta live
Can't
there for a
really
little
be
bit.
making a casino here. But you know what I'm saying. Those kind of things should be voted on.
You
All
better
that stuff.
colonize first before you. Hell no. Shit.
What's next? We gonna be selling a hunk of land to some Germans? Yeah, go ahead and build your Nazi territory right there in the middle of land.
Right in the middle of Lansing.
well, I kind of,
Oh,
a
shit.
little bit. That's almost
Sorry,
like
Germans and Indians. I don't mean to offend.
you're touching on a few topics there: redistricting and annexing land. And I would like to make a comment at another time about how the city of Lansing, the map of city of Lansing, has changed so much since Virgin era. But I won't bring that up right now. One thing I did want to talk about, and no matter what you think about the election results, I think that most people can agree with me. Republican, Democrat, whatever your party affiliation is, we need election reform right fucking
time,
now.
big time.
We need a national election set of election laws so that we don't have every state making up all these fucking weird rules, and we have one set of rules for all citizens of the
Look,
United
it should
States.
be. Look,
Same
this
amount
is
of money too.
Look,
man.
this is what I'm going to
That's
say
ridiculous.
for voting. For the day
Everybody.
of voting, it should be considered a national holiday.
Yes.
Most businesses should be closed.
Yeah.
You should have the right to do it 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
And if you can do your income tax from your house and do it on an IRS secure website and file your tax papers, you should be able to go to a government secure website that's monitored by Democrats and Republicans, so there ain't no damn cheating, and vote right from your own living room. So there is no choice of, well, I guess you can still have voter fraud there.
Yeah.
People could
But
have
you know what? I would
stuff.
really like to.
But,
I would
okay,
really like
forget-
to be able to print a paper copy or have
Yes.
some kind of record of
Yeah.
what my vote, how my
Right.
vote was
Like
counted.
carbon copy or something.
Yeah, something.
But
something.
I still say if you can do your taxes from home and get your money, and because I've never been ripped off doing it from home, so I should be able to vote from my house without having to go there. But even if you don't want to give me that right, and I sound stupid talking about that, whatever.
I would rather somebody go to a polling
It should be a
place and
24
fill out
hour.
a
It should be
paper
a
ballot.
24-hour day long thing.
Yeah.
You should have 24 hours to do it.
I think that only people like, with exception of military
Yes, I'm
and
trying to
stuff
be
that were
lazy.
out. If you're outside of the country, not of your own free will, and you're an American citizen, like you're a soldier.
Yeah.
You know, not people who go, well, you know what, I just happened to plan to have a vacation during the day of election, so I need an absentee ballot. No. If there's a medical reason or another reason, like you're in the military and you're serving overseas, there shouldn't be any absentee ballots. They should have to go to the fucking polling place and cast a ballot.
Mm-hmm.
If you can, I think they should have to. I understand that that's going to make a nightmarish situation out of voting, but if it's 24 hours a day, like you said, and we got 24 hours in a day to do it, it won't be that bad. Now, of course, you're going to have to find some pretty dedicated poll people to
Put 'em in
Well, no, you put them in shifts.
Working
Look at how
in
much
shifts.
money. Look at how much money they each spent. Oh, there's a big spot to join the party.
Yeah.
Look at how much money they both spent on negative ads about the other one. You tell me that they each couldn't hire a group of people to be working at these polling offices? Like, say that thing that happened today was true. That guy was there and the computer was doing that for him. Why
Right,
shouldn't
right.
there be a representative from Obama and a representative from
There are.
Romney's camps
There's poll watchers.
there to walk up and say, this is what
They're
happened?
supposed to be poll watchers.
But there's not. Everybody you hear that goes to them. When I went
Why
there,
don't we have a system more like Canada, where they have a independent party oversees the election?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
This is America. The independent party be owned by Bain Capital.
You know, a lot of Americans, you like to bash Canada and say that their socialism is ruining their economy and everything.
Yeah, their average worker makes $30,000 more a year.
Yeah, than we do.
Their household income is higher. Their
You know, their
homes
money's
are worth
about
more.
the same or more
They're better
now.
educated.
I wanna
They
go to
have
their
health
casinos.
insurance.
Yeah.
Give me a break, man. Yeah, our world's gonna be total shit if we have universal health care for everybody. We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die. Oh my god, we can't give to
But
everybody.
we really need election reform in this country. We need
See, you guys always wondered what the R.D.C. stood for? Really? Dig. Canada. It's Canada. We want to come over there and live. No, I'm just kidding. I love the USA.
I do too. I want to. You know, it's been my home my whole
But
life.
America
I wanna
could be
leave.
better.
Yeah, yeah.
America
Yeah,
could
we
be a
see
better
it.
place. It could
We
be
see
better
it.
for the people.
Oh yeah.
One thing, the popular vote should count. That's another thing that needs to be changed.
Well, yeah.
What do you guys? What do
Electoral
you guys
college
think
thing
about?
needs to go away.
Quickly, what do you guys think about when we get in our ballot? It says vote for one, and we only have one person to vote for.
I leave it blank. I don't vote for somebody. If you're running unopposed, I just don't vote because
Yeah.
you're gonna get it anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna
I
get it
vote
anyways.
for him.
I don't.
I didn't. I thought about
You
writing.
vote for a
I
blank.
thought about writing
Writing
Dad's
someone's
name.
name in. So.
Writing somebody's name.
See,
in
so
there.
we all did something different.
Yeah.
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 I
But
thought
still
about
they
voting
won,
for
so
him.
it doesn't matter.
I thought about voting for him, but then I was like, why?
Yeah.
They won, and that's bull. You can't
What
tell
is
me.
up with that? Why can't someone else run?
I'm paying attention. Just pay attention, you people
I
that
tell you
have
right
nobody
now,
run against you.
our
Wait,
DC
hold on.
supervisor.
You people that have nobody run against you, you better watch out. Next year, one of us is gonna run against
We're
you.
running for township clerk.
I would like to say, if
Hell
you're a
yeah,
fan
I'll
of
be
the
a good
R.D.C.
township
show
clerk.
and you've watched this stuff for a while,
What the fuck?
it's
man?
real interesting to see the guy on this ballot right here. I mean, where the hell he's been, I don't know. I would have loved to have a conversation with him a few times. He's Derek, you're all right. I ain't got no problem with you. That's exactly who I wanted to,
Yes,
Like
exactly.
I knew you had them kind of feelings, but in a way, I kind of agree with you to some degree, and you're conservative if you want to point of view.
Well, yeah,
where
I mean, whatever.
I believe in individual rights. I believe in states' rights. I believe in what do you want to call it? Fiscal responsibility.
Yeah,
you know,
of course, yeah.
I believe in all those kind of tenets and stuff, but they don't stick to that
well,
stuff.
no, hell no, they don't.
So what do you do?
Look,
I would.
We're
I look at the
Republicans.
Democrats and I say,
I would.
okay, here's people that say they want to help me and they're going to have all these programs for me, but I'm worried about the same, you know.
Right.
I don't want to depend on the government for everything. To have the government as my employer and my health care and all that shit. I don't want that.
I'm conservatively liberal.
I would take it all.
I don't know where
Someone who
I fall,
never
but
had
I can
nothing.
tell you I voted for no less than 5 different political parties on my
Yeah, I
ballot.
see
So I'm
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5.
yeah, I voted all over the place.
Yeah, so did I. I voted Libertarian. I voted Republican.
Yep.
On proposals, I'd say I probably voted more liberal than conservative, but you know, I think that if conservatives really looked at the bill objectively, they would agree with the way I voted, I think. Because if you really look at the nuts and bolts of the bill and look it down and read it all, because what you get on the ballot, people, is just a tiny little smidgen, a summary of what was actually in the bill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it's and what they put in there is trying to be real appeasing to both sides.
Exactly.
Right.
So you don't think it's
Well, they
bad,
just
you don't
carve
think it's
it out.
good.
Yeah, it's very, very, very bleak. You can't.
Yeah.
Look, people,
Not
I'll
bleak.
tell
There's
you
a couple little, notes about it.
Yeah.
real
Each
quick,
one.
you were talking about Republicans and how they don't follow what they say, and that's my problem with them. And the other problem I have with Republicans is, if you want to cut welfare and all these other programs and take away what little bit the poor people get, then you cannot, like Paul Ryan and Mitt Romney want to do, is add $200 billion to the military. And people think about that. It's the military. People just say, "Oh, it's the military. We got it." But think about it. Who gets those jobs? It's people. It's people that work for Bain Capital. People that work for Halliburton. People like that.
People
That's
that
where our
already
money
well off.
goes.
People
Not
that
to the
know
soldiers.
Believe
Yeah,
me,
not
if they
to
went
the
to the
soldiers.
soldiers and there was more people being paid to be soldiers, that's one thing. But when they spend that much money in the military, they're building planes we never use. They're building trucks that never see a road. They're building toilets. They're doing this, all this shit that we never touch or use. It sits nowhere and they keep doing it. And they go, well, we have jobs. We created jobs. Yeah, but we created jobs for the corporations who don't need it. That are already wealthy. That's what I say when I say that's where Republicans lose me. They always want to screw the poor guy, but they want to help their buddies by saying it's a military thing, and everybody goes, "Oh, we love the military."
50 grand a year.
They should. And personally, I say that America has so many houses that are messed up. When a soldier comes back, they should get one of those houses that's abandoned. It's yours, tax free. Go ahead, have it, fix it up, do whatever. Soldiers should be paid. They should be taken care of. They fight for this country. They do more than an athlete does, and you got athletes.
I mean, not to say there are probably a few that mess that up, but that's in everything. That's in everything in life, though. I mean, because there'll be soldiers that come back that went through some bad shit, and they'll bad things.
The other place that Republicans lose me is look at what they did to Chris Christie this week.
Oh shit.
They turn on him like a snake that's been stabbed. They just want to bite him and eat him and kill him and whatever. They're all angry at him because he said, "I appreciate the help that the president has given me in FEMA, and I liked meeting the boss, Bruce Springsteen." And because Bruce Springsteen backs Obama, he's bad. That's the other thing that kills me with Republicans is they talk all about all the celebrities like him, but what about Kid Rock? What about who's Deuce Bigelow? Schneider. Schneider. What about Clint Eastwood? And the list goes on and on of celebrities that have endorsed Mitt Romney, but they don't ever get talked about.
Yeah.
Whatever. The door swings both ways. But anyways, back to Chris Christie. Why would the guy who he just gave the best speech at Mitt Romney's what was that? Serenation there. Convention.
Yeah.
At the convention, Serenation. That's when he wins the presidency. Like Obama last year with those pillars.
Serenation. Yeah.
Drop some flowers on me. Whatever. But, Chris Christie, they turn on him because, for one, he couldn't go do a fundraiser for Mitt Romney, which, as Laura Ingraham kept saying, it's only 20 minutes up the road. It's only 20 minutes up the road. Bitch, have you seen his where he's governor of? The island is gone. Yeah. What the hell is he going to go do a fucking fundraiser for? He's got to help those people. I don't care if Mitt Romney's running for president or not. He's got to look out for his people. Right now, his job is his plate is full for the next 2 years. They're going to be busy.
Yeah.
Now, I talked a lot of crap about Chris Christie in the past, but I have to say he did the right thing there. And I'm not saying that he endorsed. He didn't say.
What would you expect?
He didn't say he's voting.
Just got nailed.
Right. I could see if he came out and said, "I'm voting for Obama now," but he never did that. No. All he said was, "Thank you, Mr. President. Yeah. My people needed help. You did your best to help them." And then he said, "I liked meeting Bruce Springsteen." Now I have lots of people that I admire and would love to meet that are stars, rock stars, athletes, and I wouldn't care who they voted for. Yeah, I would just be happy to meet him, and that's all Chris Christie was doing. Was, hey, I've been a fan of yours since I was a little kid. But Republicans, that's the problem with you.
That's the problem.
If they we don't like see everything your way, then we kill you. Now look, we didn't see eye to eye with some stuff Derek does, the way he feels about unions and that, which we'll do a show on this weekend. But he's still our friend. He's still our buddy. We ain't gonna kill him just because he didn't vote the way we did. Right, Republicans, you're all like, man, if you ain't for us, you're against us. I'm gonna kill you.
Right.
That's a big difference, and that's the other problem I have with Republicans. Other than that, if you followed the way you said and you treated people with respect and dignity, I would like
fucking mob.
I would love your party because I believe in personal responsibility and being taking care of your own and working every day. I work every day, even when I'm not at work. I'm working, so I work every day of the week. And believe me, people, it's hard. But hey, that's the way I was raised. If I sit at home or call in on a day, I feel weird. Unless I'm truly sick and I can't do anything but lay in bed. If I miss a day of work, I feel odd. Time isn't right.
Schedule.
Because I got to be working because that's what was bred into me. That's the American spirit.
Yep.
But see, I'm one of those guys that gets a little help from the government. So I'm one of those people. I'm Mitt Romney's 47%. I'm one of the guys that you guys label as living off the state. Needing help, blah, blah, blah.
Taxes, though,
I'm a single dad who works 60 hours a week trying to take care of my kids, so I need a little bit of help. And I know a lot of people like me, but I also see a lot of people that do abuse the system and should be regulated and monitored and kicked off. And I don't think it's right that my brother pays more taxes than Mitt Romney does. That's another thing that's wrong. But that's not all Republicans' fault. I started telling you what Republicans turned me off on. That right there, the last couple things I said, that's Democrat and Republican fault. Until we vote all them people out of there, we're always going to have problems, no matter who wins tonight, whether it's the Socialist Party, the Socialist Party, or the Nazi Party. All of us in the middle, we're fucked. Doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
I think you said it right there, and that is basically, for the most part, on all the real important issues, I think that the vast majority of people kind of land in the same spot. Mm-hmm. Yet, we're pulled to these extremes, I know, and I don't know, you may have picked up on it, maybe you didn't, but there seems to be some kind of like anger or animosity or hatred towards you if you express a political opinion one way or the other that doesn't match with the people around you. I just don't understand why we're so polarized. Like, we can have a conversation and not get all bent out of shape. He's not going to change my mind, and I'm not moving him at all. So it doesn't matter, but it's not like, fuck you. It's really, that's what I wanted.
Well, like I've said before, dude, it's a honey boo-boo country. You can't, if you're not watching the show with them, then they don't like you.
It just seems really weird to me that, hopefully now that this election is over, and we can get back to the normal business, we can stop hating each other over the smallest little 2% bullshit, all right? Because we're mostly the same. And, maybe we can start having conversations now. And I think anybody, like I said earlier, everybody knows we need election reform in the United States. We're the only industrialization that doesn't have a nationwide set of election laws, where we let every state and every county and every district pick their own rules. It's just insane. It's a huge fucking mess.
And something that Chris has said before that I kind of messed with him last week, I was messing with you, But I agree with them. We should vote for everything at once.
Yes.
Everything I look at my ballots today, why couldn't I be looking at my Congress and senators and my governor? Why couldn't all that be on there?
Give us a break in between elections where there's work getting done, because they're not bucking for position. Right. Are you really going to go on a 4-year-long campaign to fucking get reelected again? No. Eventually, at some point, they're going to do some work.
Yeah.
But we get this breakup where it's every 2 years. Mm-hmm. And if you add the state in there, that's boom, 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 every year. We got all this shit to deal with. Why not just fucking
in one fucking
get it done? Make it a national holiday.
Yep.
24 hours to vote. I guess absentee ballots for those people who really need them, but everybody else, I would prefer a paper ballot over anything else.
Right. And
some type of record. Why couldn't I feed my ballot in that machine and have it give me a receipt like a gas pump would?
Yeah.
Saying, this is what you voted on. And I got it.
See, I'll take it one step further. I think it should be announced. They think everything should be private? Nope. What I put on that ballot, I want you to put in the paper or put it on the internet tomorrow so everyone can see. Because then I can look at it and say, that is really what I picked. And I don't care what people say. That's just me.
Some
that might be a little extreme,
would be nice.
But confirmation of what you did, knowing that you're.
I know politicians have access to it because Derek Quinney got out of his car right in front of my house, looked at his clipboard, and then looked at me and said "swing voter." And the only way he could know that is if he knew my record.
Yeah.
And then he came up trying to talk to me. And by the way, I'm not fooled by you at all, Mr. Quinney, or your friend, Mr. Williams, because you guys are totally. Your little game is stupid. I see right through you. Okay.
Look, let me change this real quick. I said a little bit of what I didn't like about Republicans. Now let me give the Democrats a little bit. The problem I have with Democrats, which is why everyone who watches probably thinks we're Democratic, because we have problems with them too. They try to tell everybody how to live their life instead of leading. They're trying to tell us how to follow. You know what I mean? They always come up with these rules like kill the cat.
Kidding, man.
Big spot. Come on. He's all right, people. He's not hurt. But anyway, back to the Democrats. You know, they come up with too many laws. They spend too much money. They waste too much time, and they really do nothing. I mean, in the first 2 years Obama was president, he had total Democratic power, and they did nothing. They did nothing.
On that point, I would like to say something. If you guys remember, and I hope if you're Republican, you'll at least have the decency to admit this, that the day that Barack Obama was elected, Mitch McConnell was on the steps of the White House.
And he said his job was to make him a one-term president.
And we will not help you do anything. The Republicans, out of just their hatred of Obama, did not only did they say no to everything the Democrats did, they didn't put up anything for themselves. They did nothing but say no. How can you accept that from them? 40 years you want to get pissed off at Obama and whoever else? It's the Republicans are just as much to blame.
Yeah,
I don't care, whatever you want to say. Yes, we do rip on Republicans a lot, but in my opinion, Republicans and Democrats at the national level are the same.
Yeah, they're the same.
Why do you think? So anything I say about Republicans, you can almost apply that to a Democrat.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's just the Republicans make it more known to us. I mean, you got all these.
The thing about the Republicans, though, is they're so visceral in their attack against. They're
The reason I started doing this show wasn't because I like Democrats. It was because I was tired of hearing someone call up the Rush's Limbaugh show, Sean Hannity, Laura Ingraham, any of those shows that you hear all day at work. I was tired of hearing people that had the same idea call up there with a good idea and being cut off, hung up on, or mocked the whole time they're talking, so their point never gets to be out. They do that shit all the time. Oh yeah, okay,
teachable moment.
Yep, okay.
And what happens on NPR?
And when you catch them with it, but yet you try to get any one of those guys to speak about Reagan in the Iran-Contra scandal, George Bush being a cokehead when he was younger, weapons of mass destruction.
I'd like to hear some kind of solution. How about that?
Yeah.
Any kind of
something that isn't manufactured by somebody else. How about your ideas?
Yeah.
That's why we started the show, so people would know. Yeah. You don't have to listen to them. Because when I first met Derek, I listened to those shows, and I sort of was on a bad path in life, and I just believed everything they said was true.
Yeah.
I believed everything they said was true.
Sure.
And then, I even started fighting with my own dad over things because I believed more what Rush said than what he said. And I remember saying, Obama is elected, this country is going down, we're done. And look, 4 years later, things have not changed, people. The Republicans bring up, is your life better than your dad's, or what do they say? Your future isn't as bright as your dad's was. But you know what? I'm 39 years old. Since I was 13 years old, I knew in this country that my life would never have a future like my dad's did, simply because all the good jobs started to go away. And I wasn't dumb. I might have been 13, 14, 15, 16 years old. I saw what was going on in the country, and I knew when I started working, and I started working at 15. I got work permits and all that crap and started working part-time. So I've been working for a long time, and I knew way back then I would never have a job as good as what my dad had, and I would never have a life as good as what he had. I would never have a pension or benefits as good as what he had. So don't try to tell me that that is a Barack Obama's fault. That is Reagan's, Bush's, Clinton's, Bush's, Obama's, all of them together. It's all their fault. And it's all them senators, congressmen, and everybody that doesn't look out for the little man until they need our vote on a day like today, who they say, I love you, man.
Yeah,
I've always been there for you.
Yeah.
And that's what's wrong with the country. Both parties. So you might think I'm anti-Republican, but like he said, you could take every word I say about Republicans and put it to a Democrat. Every time you find one Democrat that had a sexual problem, teabagging or whatever, snorkeling, you can find somebody who had a wide stance on the other aisle.
Yeah,
piece toilet paper down there. In the airport, no less. So both parties are just as bad, and that's why they allow only 2 candidates to run for president. Because no matter which one wins, the same party is still in control.
Yeah.
And as long as you believe otherwise, you are blinded. You need to wake up, America.
We need election reform in this country. In 2000, the Supreme Court decided the election, not the American people.
Like you said, we ain't had a real election
We
since.
have not had a real election where you, the people, elect our representatives. I have a feeling tonight might be the same thing after I saw that YouTube thing, and I'm really taken back. You know, in my opinion, Barack Obama did not win the primary in 2008.
Mitt Romney should not win tonight.
And you know, so the fact that he was ever president to begin with is, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'll never vote for a Democrat ever again in a national election. I might at the state and local level I'll vote Democrat. But I will never again vote Democrat at the national election because you stole my fucking vote, and I did vote for McCain. I didn't this time,
right?
But that was more of like a fuck you vote than anything, really.
Right.
Yeah. I voted for Rocky Anderson of the Justice Party. On our ballot, it was the Natural Law Party, R.D.C.
You should have watched the third party. I know it's too late, but watch those debates for next year. Be prepared for the third party because all them guys, or 4 years, sorry.
Well, no, we gotta.
But be prepared for
the president. Congress
be prepared for the third party candidates for the years to come and pay attention to them, people. But no matter what you did tonight, get out there and vote. Well, I'm sure it's too late now. Hopefully you did. Because people died to give us that right. People died to give you that right. And you're born. That's one thing that we're born with. Other countries can't.
Standing on the shoulders of giants.
That's right. Vote. That's all we got to say tonight, people. Peace.
See ya.